I was in Brazil on a mission trip, and we were at a particular church. There weren't that many translators around, and there were a lot of people ready to do healing, and there were a lot of people wanting healing, and I was undesirous to wait for a translator. I was like, no, Jesus can heal. This is not a barrier. So I walked forward and just put my hand up to say, I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to serve. And people came up to me and I was like, okay, do you speak English? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, is it your head? Is it your elbow? Is it your belly? Like really bad miming going on there. And we were able to communicate quite a lot, which was awesome. I got to see people, joints healed. I got to see people who had asthma breathe well again. A woman with diabetes said at the start she was feeling very weak, and at the end of it she was feeling strong. So I'm like, whoa, you know, without
So
like
cool.
medical verification, you're like, this is so exciting, how beautiful. And there was a woman who had been helping in case anyone was like falling over in the spirit or anything like that. She was helping put things on them or catch them or give water out. She was so lovely. And there was a little bit of a break where she came up to me and she grabbed my hands and she just started talking to me in Portuguese. And I was like, oh, she thinks she thinks I speak Portuguese because we've been doing a good job of miming together. She just kept talking and then she grabbed me into this big hug, and I'm like, oh, she's still going. It was like 3 or 4 or even 5 minutes where she's just talking in Portuguese to me, and I'm like, oh Lord, what's she saying? Holy Spirit, what's she saying? And I was like, oh, I think she's saying she loves the spirit that I'm operating in, the love that I have. I think she's saying she has a prayer request for her husband. I think she's saying she'd like to be able to do it, what I'm doing. And eventually we got an interpreter to come along, and yes, she had been saying all that. And so I was so thrilled because I have always wanted to be able to interpret tongues. So to have it verified, I was like, yes. So yeah, that was my big thing, because obviously it's wonderful to watch God heal people. Like, that's great for them, you know. But just another gift is just so cool. So
wow,
you know, that's
interpreting
a
another
responsibility.
language you've
Yeah,
never heard.
yeah, and just what
Come
that's
on.
like at the very beginning, right? Like, is everything got to practice? Yeah.
That's awesome. Love it. Thank you.